Hello, ComicsGate. This is Midday Repartee. I am Rata and Glory. Cheers. Don't have any
Cheers.
whiskey today, damn it. Just beer.
Just beer?
Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
Shame.
I know. Shame.
Shame. Good morning,
Uh,
brother.
yeah, good morning to you, sir. Uh, Joined, of course, by my co-host, creator of Blood Hunt and the soon-to-be launched Tales from the Napverse, which you can find an early
Oh,
sign-up for
yeah.
down below. Uh, And if you do that, you'll get an exclusive trading card when you back the project. So
Yes, and it'll be the only place you could get Blood Hunt, because if you didn't get it, you'll regret it.
he's probably drawing that trading card right now.
I had to do some layouts. Right now, I'm finishing up that. I put everything aside, like I told you, like the last 3 days, been everything is preparing my fulfillment. So right now, everything's ready. I'm just preparing the packaging right now, like the putting the big boxes for the bulk shipment to the States,
Nice.
organizing all the orders first, then putting them in boxes. Then after that, I'm taking care of all the other ones. So it's all gonna be done during the weekend and probably. So yeah, dude, I can't wait to just get the
Did
ball
I
out.
did I did I see someone complaining about how you were trying to be
Yeah,
more efficient about your international shipping?
yeah. Somebody using a stock account, I guess,
What
saying
the
that
fuck, dude? You
he
just
tried
can't.
he tried to claim that I was trying to. I tried to scam people for charging international shipping since I'm only going to be paying $5 from the States, and I'm like, dude, that's not how it works. For
No, it
once,
isn't. You
I'm
got to
not doing
get
that.
him. You got to get him all the books to
Yeah,
begin with. I
I
mean,
do
what
have
the
to ship
fuck?
it over there. It's like I have to have all the books here,
Yeah.
sign them all, do all this, and then I have to pay shipping over there, and I'm paying extra express.
Yeah.
I opened a business account just to make sure that I'm trying to make that you guys don't have to wait 2 months and a half for your books.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Dude.
I'm not saving that much money, and it might even end up costing me more. You
Yeah,
know,
well, I'll be curious. I think a lot of
El
us will be
Gargo.
curious to find out, what that if that works out for you. I'm definitely curious.
Yeah, but if the logistic, because the problem is the legit right now, the reason why I won't be saving that much money is because extra expenses, right? Just paying this,
Sure.
paying that, and I have to pay this. But if the logistic rolls out after, and me and Beacon organize on
Yeah.
buying supplies, we could end up charging $15 between Canada and the US for all our future projects, which is a big
That's
thing.
that's what I would hope people would recognize about this is that this is an experimental run
Mm-hmm.
on this. You're going to see how it works. If it works well, then you're going to be able to
Do that
translate that
between
into savings on your next campaign. And it's like,
for
just
me,
fucking
Beacon, and
back
other
off,
friends
people.
like Vini, and all friends like that. Like it's something that's viable, dude. It's like you, if you start your book and you have 100 cells in Canada or like what's part of the Commonwealth, I can help you out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a great
And
idea.
it's a model that people can apply.
Yeah, because that's again, it's an ongoing, really big hurdle for ComicsGate is trying to get those shipping costs down.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Um,
apply what I learned in business school.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
because
that's
one
just
thing that
very
people don't know is you can negotiate deals like that for shipping or buying stuff if you open yourself a self-employed little business account, what they call a
right.
number company,
Yeah,
where you have a number, you don't go corp. So like that, you can negotiate with your post office and so stuff, and sometimes you get for the same price as regular mail you would get. You can have a tracking number
yeah,
for free.
nice,
It's stuff like that you need to check.
most
And if
definitely.
people
Yeah,
have questions, send them to me on my Discord or in DM, and if I see it, I'll answer. Trust me.
yeah.
Just give me 3 days about.
Hail to the chat. Metz wanted to be here, but I guess he had a webinar. I didn't know webinars were still a thing.
Yeah, it is like for especially if you're an artist and stuff like that. They still have some for like upgrades on programs and new programs. Yeah, I had one too, but I didn't go.
So yeah, he kind of wanted to weigh on this, but that's okay. They'll be next time. We got Bristolian Dave Gargoyle in the house. Ted Lehman just showed up. Who has the steam train? Oh
Hmm.
yeah, that sound in the background. I was like, is that Ghost banging on pipes again, man?
No, it's one of my neighbors. Like one of them is rebuilding his house. Then you have the neighbor fixing his thing. So I try to mute myself when it happens, but can't all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
So the main topic today is kind of wanted to get into this whole kind of deconstruction of heroes, almost like turning heroes upside down.
You're making the heroes the
Make
bad guy,
Yeah, and everything just it's
and
just
then it's I call
progressively darker all the
hmm
time with it, no
I
matter
call
what it is.
I call it sympathy for the devil.
Right.
You know, it's weird
Yeah.
to say, but that's what they're doing right now. It's like they're turning the heroes into the guy, the bully. That's technically causing every bad guy and the excuse for every bad guy to be a bad guy, meaning that now the bad guys are not bad guys.
Right. Yeah, it's I don't I don't know if I've made up my mind about it or not. Like have you seen this show, The Boys?
I haven't. I need to check. I need to watch it. It's in my to watch thing.
Cool. And I didn't
I
read
have the
the
books.
comic books. Did you read the books?
Hmm.
And some have argued that the show is I've seen it quite often that the show is maybe better than the books, which is really unusual for people to say that, but I
Oh,
don't know
really?
if that's true. I can't
Yeah.
compare them.
I love the actor that they choose. Like, I love that actor. I was
Yeah.
so hoping they would get Simon Pegg because one of the characters in the comic, right,
Yeah.
is modeled after Simon Pegg.
Right.
And Simon Pegg knew it, and he agreed with it, and he's all behind it. He didn't get them, right? So it would have been fun to have seen the series with the guy that's supposed to look like Simon Pegg be Simon
Yeah.
Pegg.
He probably maybe was a little too expensive. Who knows?
Probably, yeah.
Um,
But
this is
it is
I totally
it is a nice
entertained by the
watch.
show. I loved it. I think it's great. But then it's
Really?
also yeah, I really enjoyed the show. And but I don't know how to feel about like this deconstruction of heroes and kind of dismantling the hero.
Okay, so
Um,
since you watched it, right?
what's that?
Did they have that scene where they recruit the girl and then they go, you know what you have to do, and they all pull down their zippers?
I don't think so. It's
That's one of
been a
the
little
opening
while.
scenes,
It's been
dude,
a
in
little
the
while.
comic.
Yeah.
It's like the girl's like Supergirl type of thing. She wants to be recruited, and they're all like, everything's public, right? So, haha, pretty, like the Justice League, yeah. As soon as
Right.
everybody leaves, you see all the heroes lining up and zipping down their zippers and go, come on, you know what you got to do. That was
Yeah.
the start of the boys.
Yeah, I really want to get the books just so I can have a frame of reference. I kind of doubt. I mean, I'm always skeptical that anything is better than the source material. The source material is always king.
Yeah,
Um,
usually, but Christine, dude. If you remember
right.
Christine, the
Yeah.
movie is one of the rare ones that came out better than the movie than the novel.
Sure. Sure. I would say Kubrick's
Also,
take on The Shining
yeah, The
maybe
Shining.
better than the book, even though it really doesn't have anything to do with the book. Kubrick just used it as a vehicle, um,
Mm-hmm.
which is really funny to me. That guy, I miss that dude. We need another Kubrick. Fuck,
Yep,
miss that guy.
I agree,
Um,
100%.
yeah, I guess it was. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was really shoving PC stuff down your throat. I mean, of course, you know, they can't really make it's almost like everything has to have that nod in it to some extent, I think, to get the money behind it, but I didn't feel like it
That's what I'm
didn't
saying.
it
It's
didn't
very
turn me off of it,
The
it
comic is
wasn't
very on PC, so hey, if they took that away, like that's what I was asking. Like one of the freaking key scenes is the one I just told you,
right.
and I'm like, if they took that out, it's kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, it
Then you
was
see that,
brutal. It was insanely, it didn't pull any punches on the violence and the gore, and it really some shocking moments. People just getting exploded, and
And by the
it
way,
was it was fun.
just to make a joke with the Kubrick thing, it's one of the things I told Steve and Adam when they were giving me shit because redrawing some pages. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna redraw them 257 times if I have to. They just started laughing.
How you doing, George?
Good, good, good. I'm looking at it right now. It's 2:23 Eastern Standard Time. I had just put a chicken burger from the freezer to the pan.
Yes.
20 minutes. If the chat can remind me, 20 minutes. I have to flip the burger.
I'm really happy that. No, I'm really happy that this
That's
show
interactive.
can help you with your cooking. Like, I think this is a great addition to the show.
But you're eating
It would be
chicken
better
burgers
if we could see the end result, like see the final prepared
Sure,
food.
sure.
That would be
I will bring it before the camera.
okay.
George's culinary live feed continues.
Yes, yes, I like it. So
Look,
you
that's
know,
doing
I don't
big.
know. You know, it. The Boys is. I think it's a little different because it's not. You know, it's creating a whole new mythology and world and presenting superheroes in a different way, kind of showing that you know they have this very. They're presented with very human faults and even, you know, even villainous traits.
Did you
So that's fascinating, but you know, to me, like there's Brightburn too, which was basically just turning Superman
Mhm.
on its head.
did you ever read Wanted?
I never read Wanted, no.
Because it's nothing like the movie, and it's a lot like the Boys and stuff like that. Wanted was a bunch of like superheroes and bad guys, right? And
Right.
technically, the bad guys kind of took over,
Hmm.
and they all had different powers, right? So that's one of the things that people don't know. Like they made the movie Wanted, it was a hit. A lot of people don't know about the comic, and it's very different. It's very more like a Watchmen type of thing. Like you have different superheroes and power. The bad guys took over the world technically, and then the heroes have to fight their way back.
Yeah, yeah. That's too bad that they didn't never stray from the source. It's such a mistake every time. And while Wanted was a hit, I think it could, if they had what you're describing to me, it could have been a
Mhm.
powerhouse long-term
Well,
franchise.
the character of Angelina Jolie was a type of Catwoman in the
Gotcha.
in the comic. So that's why she was agile. They didn't have the bullet bending. It was one guy. It was the dad and the son. That was their ability.
Okay. So yeah, in the movie it was kind of like that was the whole
Everybody, yeah,
thing. Like everybody
exactly.
did it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. How you doing, Dave?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. Long day
Good.
of work. What better way to,
Nice.
well, spend a bit of the evening?
I mean, it's not as good as a webinar or a pickle,
Yeah, I mean,
but
there
it's
was
not
no
bad.
webinars on, if I'm honest, and I didn't have no pickles, so. But my first question, George, what are you putting on your burger, mate? You put a burger on. What are you gonna?
Right now it's just plain. There's no condiments ready on the go, but I do have. What do I have? I have Alfredo. I got barbecue sauce with garlic and ketchup.
Go with the ketchup.
The fridge is kind of empty.
All right. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Dave? Like, how do you feel about, are they are they just dismantling heroes as we know them? Is it the end goal to just kind of do away with them altogether, or?
I think
You could see by the example of what they did with the Flash series, dude.
Mm.
I think it's a good example. If you look at what they did with the Flash and the Arrow, the Arrow started. You had the hero, the entire hero. Then after that, they broke him down to he has to have that entire team to make him who he is. Otherwise, he can't do it. Same thing with Flash and this like that. It's like like Dash said in the if everybody's special, you're actually saying that nobody is.
Can we mute Simon? Can we mute Simon? The guy talks a lot. He's got a lot of good things to say.
At least I stay on subject. I don't talk about.
And he's not even cooking anything. I mean, what's the point?
Let's
and he just trampled all over Dave.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting to hear words from Dave. Like, wait a minute, that sounds like no, it's not Dave.
Yeah, I do a really good Sim impression. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude, that was spot on.
I know what you're saying, Sim, with the series. It does seem like they basically make the characters more reliant on other people. Like there seems to be this whole thing against independence of heroes. They need a team. They need people to help them. And in terms of the deconstructing, it seems to be just a whole shift on more the left hand side of things. Of like you can't be just a hero. Like you're not allowed to fight for what's right and justice. You need to fight for some sort of agenda, so to speak. It's like
That's interesting. Yeah, I
there's a
hadn't
lot
really
of
framed it that way. So it's like rather than just obviously
like Superman, for
somebody needs
example.
my help or something is happening and I'm going to, doesn't matter who they are, what they believe or anything like that. It's just I'm going
Yeah,
to try and do good where I see that I might be able to. And now it's like I'm going to do good in this specific way or something like.
yeah, and
Yeah, that's interesting.
yeah, it's just weird at the moment. Like I've not watched The Boys yet. I need to get on that because it looks really good. To be fair, not read the comics either. But it just seems to be this whole negative outlook on just heroes in general, which obviously we have seen. So I don't know. It's just a cultural shift more than anything. I think at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I saw Gay Wolverine earlier, and that annoyed me. So no, it's
Right.
I
Is that
have to remind you, there's something interesting that back in the 90s, early 90s and mid 90s, there was the Jim Carrey, the Mask, but also the Mask in a comic book form. And that was a superhero that is very much like the concept out of Wanted, where you have the superhero who wants to do good, but first, remember that scene? With all these powers, I could be a superhero.
But first, I need, yeah.
right? Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
It's the dark side of people. The thriving on one person against absurdity. They don't like that.
Well,
You can't be.
is the concept of superheroes from before, from the past, is it two dimensional, or I mean, does it need to be? Is it beneficial that it be fleshed out and that maybe they aren't, they're not perfect?
I
Maybe to
think
see
too
these
many.
other sides. Is there a benefit to it? Is it actually?
But it's like before. It used to be like one person could be the change. Could bring a change. Now it's no, it can't. It's what they're trying. It's one of the main things.
Okay.
If you're breaking down to the course, like before, one person that really wants it could make the change. Could be a
Yeah.
change. Now that's not it, because he's nothing if he's not this. If he doesn't have that, he needs that person
Right.
to copy him, that person to tell him how to be. And then you're like, okay, but that was still there before. Like that person became the person he was because he had that surrounding.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to make everything as a team to be one person.
So you think that's the major shift, is that it's now more of a, and this it was kind of a nod to group thing, to mob mentality, to like,
Yeah, now Superman to be able
we got
to
a
be
swarm.
Superman. Yeah, now Superman to be Superman, he needs the checklist of people to back him up.
Yeah. Interesting. And I know someone, I can't remember who it was, but someone also mentioned that Nolan's Batman there was the same kind of thing where like
Yep.
he really
I hate it.
didn't do any. It was always like somebody else, or always reliant on something else or somebody else to get anything done.
I really don't like it. I don't like his Batmans. Like the first one I liked, but not that much. Because to me they took away everything that he was. Batman is. There's no detective. There's no building. There's no. He's not an engineer. He's not nothing but a pissed off rich boy. So technically, he's a pissed off rich brat that just wants to beat people.
Right. And
There's nothing else in
the
that
status
movie.
quo,
He's just
really.
raged. Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
So that's not Batman. That's like a Punisher that doesn't kill. Borderline.
Yeah. Which is
Batman is
boring.
a detective. Batman is the one that builds his gadgets. Batman is not just like brawn. He's also brains. He's one of the smartest people in the freaking DC universe.
Right. I mean, wasn't he was supposed to be more brain than brawn, wasn't he? I mean,
Exactly.
outsmarting more than out muscling.
He's technically the perfect model of a geek, a fucking brainer that decided to train his body to perfection, to become
Right.
Sherlock Holmes. But you know,
Yeah.
See what you mentioned there about like him being the ultimate geek. So maybe that's something to do with the deconstruction of heroes. Is they don't want people looking up to a single source. They don't want you looking up to people like Superman, like Batman, that say you can do it by yourself. That you can improve yourself. You need other people around you. If you don't have the mob with you, therefore,
exactly.
Yeah, or Jesus Christ, or Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King,
right, tear it all down.
Gandhi. You know, all these people who, you know, they had problems in their life, but they also strive to be better.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, it always comes down to it's like, oh, you want to take down that statue of so and so? Okay. He who without sin, please cast the first stone.
It's like saying right now, it's like, hey, you said something 10 years ago. Let's crucify you. Are you telling me that people don't learn, that people don't evolve, that people don't change?
Apparently not.
Exactly.
You never wanted to hurt people. You never had a bad thought in your freaking life before you change and learn better. Nah, come on, grow. No, that's true. We don't evolve, right?
Yeah, but it's the height of hypocrisy for the people who actually virtue signal. You know, are the first ones with, you know, sin. It's actually no, it's not the first ones with sin. It's they're literally practicing a passage out of the Bible, and it's I don't know. It's ironic. It's providence. I have no idea. To me, I just look at it and go like, good God, you know, if they only understood just a little bit about history, or the concept of irony, maybe something better would come out of it.
Yeah, or the concept of sacrifice for the betterment of yourself, or thriving of being the best of what
they believe in sacrifice for the betterment of yourselves, as long as other people are making the sacrifice.
Right. Yeah, I think you guys have hit on something key to this. Is it's just kind of the elimination of the singular force, the singular person or
the independent
idea
way of mind,
that
independent
can
mind.
change.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't want people to think that way. We don't want people to be individuals. We want them to be part of a group, and that's the only way to get something done.
Yep.
You know, which is that is actually pretty interesting. Damn. I don't know, and it's, you know, there also seem to be equating superheroes with police, or trying to make that connection somehow now, and like that's how it's negative.
And it's pretty much what's happening in the real world too.
Right.
Because if you don't fit in with the main group, well, you're a Nazi. You're a bigot.
That word's lost all its meaning. Nazi.
Yeah, it did. Dude, that's the point. Think about it. The entire point of this was to kill that word, because the real ones are the ones calling the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if this was, you know, if this was going to be a topic we could really expand on a whole lot. I just found it interesting, like, it's just the way everything progresses. Everything has to get darker. Even if it's Harry Potter, it doesn't seem to matter what it is. It's like the only way forward, it seems, from Hollywood or from mainstream is darker. Everything has to go dark. Even you take something like Star Trek, and, you know, the whole thing of it being a futuristic, like, hopeful vision of the future. And now it's like they've deleted that too. It's like we can't. The only way forward is for it to be darker, and I just don't get it. Like, why does that have to be the only way forward?
Well, here what you, the the interesting thing that you say is, while we talk about comic books in history, are the real superheroes that we have within our midst are the police officers, the ambulance, the firefighters, and the doctors.
Hmm.
Constantly, every day, they put their lives in jeopardy to deal with diseases, to deal with questionable people that may do harm to themselves, to the police officer, or to even the public at large. We have, we and what's happening in comic books where they're coming after Superman, they're coming after Batman. They're trying to weaken the idyllic. Was it is it iconic or idyllic, figure that we all
Yeah, I do.
look towards to strive better. Well, we look
Yeah.
to the police. We look to the fire. We look to these people who put their wake up
Yep.
every morning and they put their lives on the line to help the public, to help people
Yeah.
they don't even know.
And that's what they want to stop.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah, yeah, 'cause
how's that any different with Superman? He
The
wakes
thing
up.
is, all these
he wakes
people
up
you
in the morning.
mentioned.
He wakes up in the morning and he goes out to help people he doesn't know. The correlation is 1-to-1 in terms of the concept. And
Yeah.
they're going after the firefighters. They're going after the police officers. They're going after the health workers. They're going after everything in our real world, and they're going now after our mythology. They're also going after our history. Everything is exactly the same. They're going after our history. They're going after the comics. They're going after today's real. It's coordinated.
They're even going back into the old comics. Like they got like a shitty artist to go redraw the butts on Michael Turner's comics. They've been doing that for the reprint. And now
Oh my God.
they even got fucking Mark Waid rewriting the ink. I don't know how that's gonna go, but that's what they announced not too long ago. So it's like they're going back and rewriting, changing stuff that was out already,
Well,
just to change history. Yeah.
But to
How
say
you doing,
like you mentioned
Gargoyle?
Hail.
Good to see you.
Go.
Yeah, so on your point, George, right, about that, so it seems like basically they're trying to bring down anyone that could potentially be a role model.
Yep.
Anyone that you can look up to and
The
aspire to
mother
be,
and the father.
or
The
have
mother
the
and the
same
father.
morals as.
Yes.
And
But
not
don't
just
talk about
not
the nuclear
just
family. Nuclear families ain't allowed no more.
Well,
Yeah.
most superheroes were orphans, so you can't really say that.
Mm,
Superman was an
interesting.
orphan. Batman was an orphan. Fuck,
Yeah, but
even,
Superman was an orphan, but he had parents that sacrificed all to save him, and then he did have great parents that found him, that raised him.
adopted parents.
Yeah. You're talking about orphan by biology, but they weren't orphans by actual concept. Batman had his Alfred,
Yeah.
father figure. Superman had the Kents. Wonder Woman had actually Wonder Woman didn't lose her mom was with her all the time.
Who were Punisher's parents?
He's completely different in terms of concept.
Yeah, but his parents aren't dead.
How about
But-
Spider-Man's parents?
It was Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben got killed by a mugger.
That's right.
Yeah, but he had already been instilled him with
Uncle Ben.
values.
He was instilled by the values, and Aunt May still remained. Aunt May was his mother figure.
Yeah, but he was still an orphan. He still didn't have a mother and father.
By biology, but not by what we call metaphor,
Ideology.
ideology, whatever you want to call it.
Anybody know any orphans?
To look for a negative in this.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not looking for a negative. I'm just.
No, you're just asking questions.
I'm just looking at it as it is,
Dude,
as reality as people. If you know any people who grew up in boys' homes and girls' homes, a lot of times they still struggle to look for a family. A lot of times they have kids at a young age and start family real young, and there's self-destruction.
My friends that were orphaned, they were lucky to have found a family.
No, understood. But you know what? There's things in the system. There's Big Brother, Big Sister programs. There's the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts programs. There's the cadets programs. There's
Yeah,
a lot. There's a lot of programs. There's a lot. There's a
I
lot
get
of
what you're.
structure.
I do. I do get what you're saying, Gargoyle.
For the
God damn it, George.
And he says, "I'm the one that don't shut up."
Don't you got a burger to check on, George?
Oh, has it been 20?
Yeah, it's been 20
Okay.
minutes.
I flipped it.
Yes.
Since it's everybody else's responsibility for you to cook your food.
Yeah, it is. It's Midday Repartee's responsibility to make sure George doesn't burn his shit.
I mean, one thing I'd like to bring up with what Gargoyle said, like, I agree with what he's saying, but I have friends that had good families that adopted them, right? And they see them as their parents more than the biological one, right? So that's where I agree with the point of like the family value doesn't have to be from your actual parents, right? Like
Yeah.
I didn't have a dad. I was emancipated at 15, right? And the closest thing that gave me all my family value was more my grandma and my granddad, right? My mom was there, but she was very young when she got me. So, for a while, it was like being raised by your big sister.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, I had a friend too
I understand
that
what you mean, but the point
yeah.
is the superheroes that were usually in the comics, they had somehow had those values in them.
But with most superheroes and most identifiable flaws, and one of those things, it's always a broken family with all these characters, or trying to fit in because they don't have a biological mom and dad. Trust me, I was embarrassed every time because my stepdad was a literal drunk, alcoholic. He used to go to school and people would be like, "Oh, that's your dad. That's your dad." I'm like, that ain't my fucking dad. That guy's
dude, it's rough.
Yeah,
and I had a friend who was adopted by really awesome people, and he completely viewed them as his parents. But like you're saying, there was still this missing component, something that was a little bit broken. It's just unfixable almost. And I think it does impact, and maybe from the standpoint of a superhero, having that missing component might be something that is a driving force for them to seek out the approval, the acceptance by the larger community, to have a family of the world, even. Like, maybe that is a driving force in their, psychological makeup.
I think it's the hardship, the fact that they all have learned loss, like a big loss or something very bad that happened, like the Punisher. Like his freaking his wife and his kids got killed in front of him. It's learning to have a loss, like, makes you different, right?
Sure.
And it's always something that gives a different type of, like, all artists that made them drive into like being drawing like a motherfucker. We all had something in our life. It's a drive, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, it's a good point you bring up, Gargoyle. It really is. But and then it's like comic book black belt brings up this idea. They're often further convinced by politically blinded creatives who think the world is unsavable, and that does seem to be like, it's a reflection of the people making this content, that these dark, like Brightburn, this idea of a Superman figure that isn't going to use their power to help anyone. They're going to just use their power to help themselves. It's not about making the world a better place. And it's, I think, what was that, James Gunn, right?
Is that any good? I haven't seen it.
I didn't watch Brightburn. Didn't waste my time with that shit.
Yeah, but it's like, this is a reflection of how that person sees, kind of views the world, I think, and it's projecting it onto everybody else. So yeah, I think comic book black belt is right. Like, it, this is how we're getting all of this stuff from people that have a very specific view of the world, and that it's kind of doomed, which is, that's unfortunate.
I mean, Brightburn probably would have been fine if you didn't come out with Man of Steel already, and people didn't have that already fresh in their head, and they're like, "Oh, this is Man of Steel."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think part of the marketing campaign was literally it said something like, "It's Superman but bad."
Yeah.
So when you're comparing it to that instantly, it's not going to do well.
But little
That's
did
why
they
I haven't been
realize that
interested.
Superman was pretty bad already in Man of Steel.
No, I really like Man of Steel. So.
Oh no, Henry Cavill's quality, man.
Yep.
This sounds corny, but if you ever hear about how Preacher was created by Garth Ennis, he said all he did was make a parody of Star Wars. Air Stars is just what Darth Vader would look like if he was butt raped by a Wookiee.
That's hilarious.
Nice. Yeah. There you go.
I'm gonna have that image in my head now. Like,
trust me, every time I think of Air Star now, I'm just like Darth Vader butt raped by a Wookiee.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's like I do kind of understand that maybe, you know, a two-dimensional hero can get kind of stale. Like, but you know, also maybe there is value in just having something that is unbreakable, something that can be looked up to. I don't know. I guess I haven't really made up my mind on it. Like, is it a bad thing or not that these heroes are kind of being deconstructed and presented in ways that are more complex?
But no, if you look at the mainstream comics, what you have to look up to, it's people disagreeing, complaining about everything, and drinking Starbucks coffee, and maybe fighting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not even talking about, like, that's just a whole other level of fucking stupid, man. That's not worth anybody's time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's part of it when you think about it.
I guess
they're ruining people you have to look up to. They're not heroes. They're trying to tell you, like, those superheroes that were iconic and, you know, something to look up to aspire to become close to. Well, they're all douchebags. But the good ones, right? It's that girl there, right? What's her name again? The squirrel girl, right? She complains about everything. She's always pissy, and then she drinks coffee with that other one that complains and calls somebody a bigot because you know, he tries to start her wrong.
And she eats nuts. You can't forget that part. There it is. There's the food, completed.
Raisin bread.
Raisin bread.
Okay, so I took the burger. I sliced it down the middle.
Yeah.
So I cooked it as if it was two. Raisin bread on the bottom. A burger
on raisin bread. Okay.
Oh, chicken.
Oh, chicken.
Hold on a second. Frenchies.
It's Frenchies.
See, now George is the hero that we all deserve. You know, this is obviously.
Okay, so.
I don't know about this.
Where's your top for the?
Oh, it's a triple. Holy Moses!
Jesus, you get your
well,
mouth
we knew you had a big mouth, but holy Moses! Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hello.
What's up, Chris?
Good to see you, man.
Oh, I just woke up.
Oh yeah?
I just woke up, got out of the shower.
Welcome. Speaking of which. I forgot to show this because I was talking shit about this the other day. Look what came in yesterday. Yeah.
Oh.
It's blurry as fuck. I'm sorry. There we go. Fuck.
Nice, dude.
On my camera though.
Is that the
graveyard
Huerta
That's
cover?
the Huerta, yeah.
The Huerta cover, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Nice. I missed out on it, man. I gotta wait for him to launch the next one so I can grab all three.
Yeah, I missed out on the supplemental.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Very cool. Yeah, I'm waiting on mine too. I don't know. It's taken a long time. It said it shipped a while ago. I'm starting to get worried.
Yeah.
Things as they are, I'm not quite freaked out yet, but man, it should be here.
Yeah, I got my copy. I mean, Sim's copy. Yeah, I got the. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, dude, it's a way that we were talking one day, and I was saying, like, dude, I can't freaking back all the books I want. He goes, dude, when we grab the same, we'll grab them in bulk, like in one box ship, like that. I save on the shipping. Just, dude, every time I back the book, it's 25 plus 25 plus the exchange. So every book is like $67.
Yeah, man, it's really smart. More campaigns are starting to add, get 2, get 3, get 4, so people can start, teaming up together and saving on that shipping cost.
And that is good for us here in the UK.
Yeah, anyone running campaigns, man. Anyone running campaigns, if you might not. Well, why would I offer a 4-book tier? Like, who's gonna want that? Well, it's people who want to save, on shipping with their buddies, man. That's who's gonna want it. It doesn't hurt to offer it at all.
Military people too.
Right.
I've been checking into a lot for the last few days. How to be able to save on shipping, especially with the next campaign coming up. And I'm like, that's fun. Like, I can't wait to see all the how this new model is gonna work.
Yeah.
To see if I can really, like, in the end, like, next, if I plan everything ahead, save money, because it would be fun to be able to cut like an extra, like, charge $15 between the USA and Canada, and be able to reduce even the UK.
That's cool. What is it? It's like $25 normally, or what?
Yeah, $25, dude. By one item, right? It's technically it's $25 just the shipping to you in the States. And I've heard that it could be a little bit less, like maybe like 22 something for the UK. And I'm like, okay, but then I check into having a business account and trying to see it that way and that's why I'm trying and I'm checking into.
Yeah, I think whoever solves those issues first, like.
Yeah, it's the parcel thing. It's like I'll repeat that freaking example again, right? Yeah. Somebody sent me a book in a freaking Gemini mailer. He went to the post office in the States, right, in California, right? Goes there. He goes, how much is it to send that to? Let's just say Sim. Right? So they go 32 something. He's like, the fuck? Then they told him, hey, grab this little expedite, that little like mail envelope there, that prepaid envelope, put that in there, and he saved $10.
Right.
So the same Gemini mailer in one of those little bubble envelopes, right, came up cheaper than just sending the goddamn book, because they see it as a package, as a box.
Yeah. Well, that's how you learn. There are all kinds of tricks to this shit.
Gotta find the loopholes.
Yes, that's what I'm checking into.
Have you guys? Have you seen these Marvel covers?
Oh, fuck.
These Wednesday fucking.
No. The fuck.
Look at this.
Hold up.
Look at this. That's a real.
That's a cover.
That's it.
That's a fucking cover. It's a whole series of them, man. This is what they did.
Yeah, it's not like the basic cover. It's the variant, is it? Or
I guess it's I think it's a variant.
Because I still buy Marvel. I do not want that shit.
Is that gonna be the actual cover? Where to me it seems like it's a tease, as in like
no.
Wednesday, you won't know what it is.
No, watch this. Cover? Watch this shit. This is fucking hilarious.
Okay,
but no, it turns out what they promoted was what you got. Basically, putrid-looking, basic, nothing covers.
Really?
Wes, can I borrow a little bit of money to pay my cable bill, because I got sucked into this whole Wednesday Marvel soliciting. Well, today,
dude, that's a real comic shop owner. They ordered that shit, and they're like, what am I supposed to do with this?
That's
like, discount it as toilet paper? What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna buy that?
That's one hell of a cash grab.
What in the world? Why are
people don't give a shit?
No.
Even after everything that's gone on with the shutdown and comic shops dropping like flies and struggling, this is what they're gonna. This guy paid money for that stuff. Who's gonna buy that variant cover? It's got text. It's just a text. What is this?
What's the interior art?
I have no idea. Who gives a? I mean, honestly, it's it's Marvel. It's Marvel garbage. I don't know. It might.
It's like, we don't
probably
need to
not
cover.
very good.
People have pull bins now, and they're just gonna buy it and shut up. No, that's not gonna work, eh?
We already pay our artists nothing. Let's just cut them out completely.
And get rid of them. We don't need that.
I'm gonna be fucking flicking through my collection, right? You got kind of some decent covers in there, and then you come across that fucking thing like a few years later, and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
they couldn't afford to have cover artists for a month.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to be the worst covers in comic book history. I mean,
you know what? I want to see that cover artist get paid handsomely, and I want that cover art to be nominated on the next Eisner Awards.
It should be. I mean, look at how brave this is, how bold it is. It's basically saying, Avengers we're so awesome, we don't even have to give you art anymore. We can just slap the logo on it, and that's it. You're good.
It's both stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave.
Speaking of Avengers, that's what they're doing on Overdrive with the Avenger video game. They're doing a Last of Us type of 2 thing because everybody doesn't want to play as Captain Marvel, so they're putting all the original Avengers footage in all the fucking trailers.
I noticed that, dude. I noticed that. Because early on, when you would read about the game or look at anything about the game, it was pushing the other character a lot.
Miss
and
Marvel.
now all of a sudden,
sorry,
you don't even see that character in the promotions.
Mm-hmm.
What? So they know. It's like they already know it doesn't work. It's not going to win people. It's not going to succeed. You can tell by their marketing the way they try to trick people.
Mm-hmm.
So why did they do it?
To prove a point, dude.
Because they still got a staff to pay for.
I bring you back to communist TV. It's true. It's lists. The end.
So
they want to make money, but they also got to push that agenda.
I guess, but why? I mean, I guess, and I think George was maybe hinting at this before, how this is all, it's very coordinated. This destruction of the hero, of all of our history, of all of these things that we should be looking up to and respecting, tearing it all down. Like, who is paying for this agenda? Why is it being pushed so hard, even at the expense? Corporations, which are supposed to prize profit over all things, clearly are not making their decisions based on profit.
You know that one of the biggest investors in American entertainment is the Chinese, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons why they had to authorize the sale of Fox to Disney. It had to go through China.
Right.
They could have refused.
So it's just weakening the backbone, the structure, the foundation of the country.
Yes.
It's Western society.
It's a generational attack. That's the thing. China works on generation planning. It's a generational attack on the West.
And everything.
That's it.
Yeah, and everything that's happening is they're trying to divide everybody in the West. So there's no resistance. If you build people that don't resist, that don't think for themselves like they should, you don't have a resistance. You don't have people that will go, "Fuck you, I'm fighting back," and having other people going, "Fuck yeah, we're following that guy."
Just put Asian people in a strip club full of fucking big titty and big ass women. They'll change their mind quite quickly.
Right. Oh man. It's like, isn't it like, I think it's 15 years. In 15 years, you can completely change like the core values or way of thinking in a country. Is it 20?
Yeah, it's 20. What you're talking about is the voting age. When you go from toddler to voting age, that's a generation right there, and that's what they're working on. The UK is going to fall in 20 years because the voting age for the immigrant stuff that are flooding the UK and having babies in mass, they're going to overpopulate the indigenous Englishman, so to speak. It's going to happen. Yeah. You can't change it. It's just numbers right now, numbers and inevitability.
Yes. Can you say that one more time?
I hate that word.
It is a tough one, dude. I'm not going to try it. yeah, it's you know, if you can think in 20-year blocks, if you have that kind of wealth and power and influence, and you have your fingers in enough things, in 20 years you can completely change a culture, man. I mean, it's just that simple.
Yeah, and all the big corporations, they just want to know that their customer is just going to buy stuff without thinking. They're just going to buy it, and that's it.
Yeah. There's a fella I watch here on YouTube. I think he's called The Fourth Age. It seems like a RJ or something, but he focuses on stuff like this, the hero, Western society hero, and how it's being kind of taken away and stuff like that. And it's like Sim just said, like the corporations go along with this because they like this whole like quote unquote progressive agenda because it makes people more. They have to buy into the illusion, so they're not going to complain when they put out subpar product. It's less expenses for more profit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's happening in a grocery store now. I mean, have you noticed these little cans that are not the usual size cans, but the price point hasn't changed?
Yeah, it's like the cereal. Look at your box of cereal, right? Same height, same price. But did you see how thin they got? And or open your bag of chips. Right. Now your bag of chips is like, hey, it looks big. You open it, half the bag is chips. Half the bag is air.
Yeah.
Well, you can go simpler and look at the shit video games they come out with these fucking what is it, the fucking super premium edition with all the DLC, and they promise you the season pass, and then a year later, gold edition.
Let's go further with that one. Let's go further with that one. Not only are they like selling you half the game now and selling you the other half by DLC, but they also went, we're selling you this digital and we're not charging you less, because even though we're saving a whole bunch of fucking money from printing all those fucking discs and shipping them to stores, and we're not paying 40% to the store. So right now they're making all the fucking profit.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Oh man, it's brutal. The video games, and I feel bad for these studios that, quite honestly, probably most of the time are making a great game, but then it goes into the post-production phase, completely out of their hands, and their whole job is to strip content out of that game to be sold separately, and they mess up the whole experience. Yep. And those studios look like assholes, and it wasn't their fault, man. Mm-hmm. It's really, oh man, they're destroying it big time.
Oh yeah. Yep. You hear about Microsoft today? They just said that they're no longer making any more Xbox One X's and the S digital edition.
Wow, why is that?
Because of the new console coming out. There's no point. Dang.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why the fuck did you even make this fucking middle console in the first fucking place?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I won't buy a console until it's been out for at least a couple years. I mean, there's no way that premium cost for it is absurd, man.
After the PS5 and the fucking Xbox bullshit, just go to PC. Everybody,
PC Master Race.
Just go to PC, yeah.
Not PC Master Race. That's it.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. For me, it's too dangerous to have that much entertainment power at my fingertip on the computer, because that's where I work. It'd just be too tempting.
I used to be the same, but when it comes to like quality and you don't have to bother about getting that game. Like, they do have exclusives, but like people are, well, why did I choose PlayStation? Because all the fucking Microsoft game I can have it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So like that, by having PS4 and the PC, I can have all the games I want.
Yeah, and nowadays you can plug a PC to a TV, so you can sit on your couch anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
You can buy yourself just a PC for like $500, right? And it'll be more powerful than the PS4. Hook it up to your TV and enjoy yourself. Because even the PS4 controller can be hooked up to your computer, no problem. Right.
Are you a gamer, George?
Oh yeah, I had I went from the Commodore 64 to the Nintendo. Was it 64? The N64. Then I switched, and then I just followed the N64, PlayStation 1, 2, etc. But you know what? I got really pissed when it came to Infinity, the Nintendo Infinity console, game system. Because
Nintendo Infinity.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. The little characters that you put on a plate, and those characters are actually game characters in Disney Infinity. What do you call it?
Oh, Disney.
You're talking about that Infinity bullshit. God,
Right.
about that shit.
I spent $1,000 on it. Why? Because me and my daughter, we were loving we were collecting the figurines, and we were playing the game. We were challenging each other. The whole Star Wars experience in that game system was absolutely spectacular. It was beautiful. It was well designed. It was so much fun. And then they shut it down because some pencil pushing accountant said, "Oh, wait a minute, we overproduced Incredible Hulks by 1 million. So we might as well shut down the whole thing." It's like, well, just give them away, you stupid idiot. Continue making money off of this thing. Mm-hmm. So I said, screw that. At that point, I have zero interest in buying any console unless it's 5 years old. And then if the 5-year deadline comes and they say, "Oh, we got another new console," okay, great. Then I'll wait for that console to survive the 5-year benchmark. And if it's good enough, then I'll buy it.
Yeah, and before they used to have like a 10-year rule between consoles, and as you've seen, it's been short. It's been short.
Oh, it's 5 for sure. Yeah,
now it's 5.
Here's the great thing. Shopper beware. Caveat emptor, all that stuff. Now when the new games come out, just like in ComicsGate, wait until the book comes out and say, "Okay, was this a good book or not? Let's hear what the critics think." Right? Well, go to YouTube, watch the walkthroughs, watch the reviews.
Yep.
I was gonna say, don't listen to critics anymore.
Yeah.
Not after The Last of Us 2.
I mean, I agree with you
And
up to a point. I mean, if everybody did that with CG books, none of them would get made.
And check who sponsors those walkthrough and the sample, because sometimes the sponsors tell you their biases.
You're looking at a teeter-totter track record here. Some who are delivering exceptional, and some are delivering substandard.
Agreed.
And disrespecting the customer. So at this point, if you're a 50-50 on the fence, you always err on the side of caution. You never. It's a human condition. If someone gives you a choice between A and B, or C or D, you'll say, "Fuck it, I'm not going to pick anything. I'm walking away."
Well, to piggyback on George, with ComicsGate, at least one individual is accountable if they deliver.
God bless
Even if they don't take accountability, they're still accountable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely I've been disappointed pretty hard by a few things. By and large, really impressed with the quality, the passion in the projects, the effort that goes into all of it and getting it to people. But there's been a few, and it's like, well, I learned my lesson on that one, and I won't go there again. So that's fine. That's how it works.
See, I wish I could say that, because I'm terrible. I got into such a rhythm of buying the yearly FIFAs and the yearly wrestling games every year, and then and then I got into buying the special editions of the wrestling games every year, which added an extra 50-odd quid to it. Luckily, they're taking a year out because of all this COVID and because their games have got so shit. But it's a easy.
Well, you seem to have a very powerful collector bug, like almost like a need, like a need to have a whole
like that.
Like and I guess
I stopped being a Call of Duty head. I lost my Call of Duty crew ever since Modern Warfare 2. I was like, fuck this game. What's the point of buying a fucking another one? It's all the fucking same.
Yeah. Like with the FIFAs, it's literally all they do is change your squads around, and it's like, oh, great, thanks for that, 50 quid. Here you go.
A game I don't really have much. I don't have time to play really much anymore. But a game I really got into and liked was For Honor. It's like a medieval combat game, and just the controls were so dynamic and fun. But Jesus, the monetization aspect was so out of control. I just couldn't.
Game,
I felt like an asshole.
For free too.
I was just you can't be serious. To get a skin, it's going to cost me how much?
Yeah, I remember playing that when it came out, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was something fun and unique, but it kept having so much connection problems when it came out and stuff.
Yeah,
and then I didn't
experience that. I think they smoothed it out by the time I got to it, which was a ways in. And then there was a great experience. It was completely, I think it was on, what is that fucking May the 4th be with you? That really just awful thing that Disney's doing with Star Wars. But on that day, for one day only, For Honor, all your weapons became like lightsabers. And dude, nobody knew it was happening. Everybody just woke up, and when they started playing, it was gotta say, it was a blast. It was one of those rare experiences where I'm like, wow, gaming is so awesome.
I eventually got annoyed because like every time I'd go into a match, I'd be getting ready to do an epic duel with somebody, and they'd just run up, grab me, throw me off the
Oh god, getting thrown off shit was just aggravating as hell. Yeah. But it was a good game. They gotta get this monetization thing under control. It's like, don't you realize if it was reasonable, if it was just reasonable, I know you have these whales and people that will just spend no matter what, but Jesus, if you made it reasonable, I would buy it too. I would pay into it a bit, but you guys are out of control with this shit.
Yeah, dude, it's like $25-$30 the DLCs, I think, and then
oh man,
they get crazy, dude. It's not funny.
Yeah. Well, it's like the loot box situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily, over here, they're actually MPs are looking to try and get it banned as a form of gambling.
That's
registered as a form of gambling.
Trying to do here
That's
too.
what happened here too. Yeah. It's gambling.
It just depends how much money they get paid to, whether or not that goes through, I guess. But
it plays with that gambling feeling, and you bet. I need it. Like I need that one up. I need that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking Grand Theft Auto literally fucking put a casino in their fucking game.
Yeah, right.
I got an open question for everybody. Now, when I go out and buy a DVD or a CD, a game or a cartridge game or whatever you want to call it, I own it. They can do they can do fuck all with it. Once I own it, right?
Yeah.
Do you own the download that goes into your system? I mean, what if your system crashes? What if Sony decides to shut down the servers next day?
I know.
That's a good question. Technically, no.
It's sketchy.
Yeah,
it's sketchy. And then, of course, they could change the digital content at any moment, and you're just forced to download a new version that maybe edits something out or changes it forever. Like, no, you have no control over it.
Yeah, I mean, if they decide that, like they don't like what you have to say or something, they can just ban you out and get take your library, your game library.
That shit concerns me a lot about everything being on the cloud. Like, talk about cancel culture. What if everything you have access to is all cloud based and you get canceled from it? Like, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's your answer. Look up the tragedy of what happened to that game Evolve. That was one of those games that they promised everything. They had all these premium price this and that, and they shut down the whole server because they try to turn the game to free to play, and then they're like, oh, we still can't get players, and then they shut the whole server down.
Wasn't there like a lawsuit or something built in against that as well at one point?
More than likely, because the DLC packs were confusing. Remember, they had a whole spreadsheet for all the fucking DLC packs to explain it to people.
Unreal, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how we got here, but it's been fun talking about.
It's money.
I got it.
We got to do it because fun. It's similar to what's happening to the subject we were talking about.
I know it connected somehow. Yeah. I just can't remember how.
How many whiskeys down are you, Rut?
I don't have whiskey today. I'm doing it sober. I think I'm worse sober.
That's the
Gargoyle.
problem, mate.
Yeah, I think I'm more fluid and like
You
keep the
can't speak in
connections.
straight. Like,
Yeah.
We
need
need
a
to send in a
whiskey.
bottle.
I need it. It's like I'm, the drunken master kind of thing. I need to be drunk to flow. We're doing something fun tomorrow. I'm trying see how this goes, but it's going to be an elevator pitch competition.
Oh, sweet.
So all creators are welcome to come on. 30 seconds or less. You can show art, but you can't use a video. And everyone on the panel is going to rate your pitch from 1 to 6, and whoever has the most points at the end is going to be victorious. So I think that'll be fun. I don't know.
Will you be doing an elevator pitch?
No, I'm not quite ready. I'm not there yet. We're not there yet.
You know what they say. You're never ready until you.
Well, I am not ready to unveil, like actually show what we're working on yet. Not quite at that stage.
Lead by example. It's your show.
Right?
Well, maybe, I don't know. I'll talk to Ink. Maybe we could put something together. That would be fun. It would be fun to participate.
yeah, but you can't judge it yourself, Mike, because that would be biased.
No, of course. Of course.
Sims
That's what I'm saying. Save his pitch for last.
My what?
Right.
Sims
Save Rob's
pitch.
pitch for last.
Sims pitch is gonna be like 30 seconds of him without his shirt on.
Hey, you stick with what works, man. Stick with what works. So yeah, everybody's welcome. I'm gonna DM a bunch of creators, and hopefully we'll get a nice collection of people willing to give it a shot. I think. Hey, there we go. See, dude.
Did not expect that.
I guarantee you, he just got another email sign up for Tales from the Natverse. Guaranteed. Oh, there's another one. Bing! You just ring that bell all day long. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, shit. You just never know.
Into it
That was awesome.
Like
What do you win? Now that's a good. So Drew's asking, what does the winner of this glorious contest win? I'm thinking about that. I do want to offer something.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have any ideas? Like, I would like to offer something to the winner, but I'm just not. Maybe
Original art from one of you.
There you go. A sketch card of the character of a character of your choice.
Or you plug their comic every day for like
Yeah,
a
that's
certain
it.
amount of time or something.
You put the banner of his thing for like 2 weeks or a month.
That's a good idea. I'm liking
Yeah,
that.
that's a great idea, dude.
Okay.
I have them
Yeah, I
sometimes.
think that I'll definitely incorporate that, and maybe something else. I might have something here that I can offer up to as a prize.
I'll
So
give
yeah,
you a
it's always.
sketch card. Character of their choice. There you go.
Oh shit!
How about a copy of one of your old Image books too?
I was thinking, yeah. I've got I have copies of my Viking comic. I could definitely dish that up. So yeah,
What about one of those Marvel Wednesday comics?
Oh, dude. I
Go for
mean, I don't know, man. If I had my hands on one of these beauties, I don't think I'd give it up, dude.
I can't believe the on sale Wednesday is actually part of the cover.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what the
put the logo at least.
The comic shop owner couldn't believe it either. He's like, "This, you guys weren't fucking kidding. This is what's on the cover? What? What are you talking about? I can't sell this."
I thought that was just part of the ad. I thought it was just a blank cover with just that logo, but no, it's on sale Wednesday.
Yeah, I think quite a few people thought that as well, and not the case. And now they're stuck with something they can't return and can't sell. So there you go. Way to go, Marvel. Champions.
Yeah, I bet they were hoping something from Alex Ross or Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Mike
surprise
Turner's
cover
dead.
or something. Yeah.
Something. Anything. Nope.
Dude, when you see this, it tells you like, oh, okay, we're gonna get. It's one of those surprise covers. They used to do that before. Just put a black cover and something like. Wait
Right.
on that day, you're gonna get a surprise. So I'm guessing that all those fucking guys at the store like, we're gonna get special cover. That's gonna be huge. So they ordered extra fucking copies, and
that's what they got. Oh man, can you imagine how pissed?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
I think
look
it's
at
like
that
a final.
guy's face. He wants to commit Sudoku. I know it's not the right one, but it's a joke.
Your business is probably like barely holding on, and then you get like that.
This is what they do. I mean,
money.
This is what you do when you come back. You fucking put me in the grave. Thank you, because that's gonna hurt. There's no they don't do returns, and
That's not a bad idea from Russ, actually.
yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's an experiment. I think everybody will have a good time. We'll have some laughs. Hopefully, we'll get some drunk pitches. Those will be the best, I think. Maybe that'll be me.
You know what you could include in that pitch there? That one of the pitch in there, they have to throw somebody else's pitch. They have to be able to throw like you give them like a subject on the spot, right?
Ooh.
And they need to freaking come up with a quick pitch.
Oh
by the
man,
end,
that's brutal.
So pitch your thing. That's okay, and then you want a bonus point. Yeah, try and come up with a pitch for it.
Okay. Now, would they get to choose what they're going to pitch, or it has to be given to them?
You give it to
unknown.
them, like that. Yeah,
Pull
unknown.
out of a hat.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a load of topics, pull out a hat, and be like, I don't know, fucking ass fucking rabbits or something, and then they got to come up with a whole.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of nothing. That was the first thing that springs to mind, which I think says a lot about my head right now.
Indeed, it does.
So it's all, ever since you mentioned the Wookiee fucking him in the ass, it's also going to go through my head. So it's like. Been a long
So
day.
for anybody just showing up, it looks like some new people popped in. We're talking about a show we're going to do tomorrow. It's, by the way, it's number 50, Midday Repartee 50. So kind of a thing. We're going to have this elevator pitch competition. There will be prizes, and I'll get that nailed down, and I'll tweet about it and promote it from now until tomorrow. It should be a good time. So yeah. Sim, anything you want to shout out today?
Yeah. Go back all the CG books. No, go check out CG books. All the books that need are not getting. This book's not getting enough attention. So go take the time to check out. Please, maybe 50 minutes. Go check out some campaigns and hit them up. There's a whole bunch of them. I don't want to start naming some because you either forget some or there's many. Go sub to Tales from the Natverse, and don't forget to go sub and retweet my YouTube channel, because when I hit the 500 sub, I'm giving away 3 sketch cards in a book, and when we reach the 1K, I'm gonna be giving away a Heavy Metal Magazine special anniversary edition number 300 sketch cover, and with a sketch on it.
All right, dude, nice. And I do have your Sim's YouTube is linked in the description below, so definitely go sub to that. George, what do you got for us?
I don't know. Sims this thing sounds sketchy.
Yeah. We kind of expected you to say something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
You're predictable.
We expect more. Come on, George. We always you bring random chaos to things, and that's what we really enjoy.
All right, back cash grab. Cecil
That's random
love.
chaos.
Cecil is life. Back cash grab.
Nice. And of course, don't forget to hit GeorgePeterGatzis.com, where you can find all the Blue Muppet glory that you could ever ask for. Chris, did you want to shout out anything?
Well, people would be so kind as to maybe subscribe to my channel, Kino Subway. Tomorrow, me and Sim will be doing the morning show, and we'll have Anthony Figaro as the guest. And what else?
He was my tag team partner versus the SJW on that show. It was fun.
Oh, and it was Indie Vault.
Oh, Indie Vault, yeah.
Yeah. And otherwise, just go out there and back some CG books.
Nice. Yeah, you've backed a few.
Yeah, just a couple.
maybe the top backer in CG. I'm not sure.
You see the pile behind him? That's just one of them.
Yeah.
I got quite a few books.
Gargoyle, what have you got for us?
Back Slaughter Squad by Joseph King. I told him if he gets 18 more backers, I eat a whole bag of ghost pepper chips.
Yes. God damn. When is that? That hasn't happened yet?
Dude, he's so close. He's so close. 18 more backers, or I can't do the math how much money he needs to make it to 5,000.
I was gonna say everybody's waiting for that bag to ship the past date, so it's just.
Why would you do that? Like, that's gonna turn your shit so fucking painful.
Yeah, dude, that's like Odie drinking all that olive oil, man.
That's
that was
what friends
brutal.
do for friends.
I'm not letting my asshole burn for no one. Fuck that.
well, I wasn't gonna do the pocket peg or whatever his name is kind of thing,
Right.
so I figured I'd burn my asshole on fire with what I eat.
Nice.
Fair enough.
That's very cool, man. What about you, Dave? You like to shout out anything?
Well, as always, follow me on Twitter, Bristolian Dave. Last night was a CG UK stream on Comic Mark's channel, and there was a very special reveal on there from. Yeah. Oh. Look at that.
Captain
Damn.
Puckhead actually on camera with his cowl, looking like a badass, looking just like his Avatar artwork. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
He's going to be showing up that way from now on, all the time.
Awesome.
That's good.
So-
You know, I expected him to have a bold chin. I didn't expect a beard. I don't know why. I was expecting like a Batman type sort of clean shaven.
Yeah.
He's skinnier than his illustrations.
So I guessed it on the last show when he said I guessed
And he's
something
like-
special, and I was like, what, a new mask?
He's livelier too. Like he's I don't know. I just kind of
I know, I
thought
saw
he'd be
hand
like
movements
this.
and everything. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah,
who
so
the fuck is this guy?
I think it's going to make a big difference for him. I think people will be more engaged. So yeah, I'm really happy he did that.
Yep.
It's cool. CG UK, rocking shit all the time.
One last thing. Speaking of CG UK,
yeah.
Charlie's London.
Mm.
She's got a campaign on, and it's about Charlie Chaplin. I mean, go check it out. It's all over Twitter. It's on. She's been on tons of streams.
Yeah. Is it still an email sign up phase?
Yes.
Or did she actually?
It will be till about. I think she said October she's launching it, but I might be wrong about that. It might be sooner. You have to double check with her because I'm not good at remembering shit unless I got it written down.
Yeah, it's going to be a great. What a stellar project. Looks really good, and I think that thing's just going to move. It's just going to sprint. That's my. Yeah, I think she might. She might
I think
beat.
6 stitches easy.
Look what I got on
She could compete with Sean Gordon Murphy on that thing. No joke, man.
Yeah.
Look what I got in mail yesterday.
Where are you? There you are. Ah.
Cyber.
Oh, is this the card set?
Yep.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
I
All right, guys. Thanks to the panel for being here. Thanks to everyone in the chat for participating. If you haven't already, please sub to the channel. And we will see you tomorrow for the big number 50 show for Midday Repartee. We will be doing an elevator pitch competition. Please if you know of any creators that might be interested in pitching their book and having a good time, please let them know. And we will be giving away some prizes for sure.
Did you prepare the stream link already?
Yeah, I did.
Sweet. So I'll go share it in the DM groups and Discords.
Nice. Thanks. I appreciate that. So yeah, thanks everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.
Hey. Later.